To the future filled with me, charging forward. I don't know how to put anything in the chat. Let's see. Travel the world. Bury my best friend. I'm manifesting, but not concerned. Cause whatever happens, I'm good. I'm good. Actually, more than good. Kinda great. Even on the bad days, I thank God for making me brave. 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 Living free. And 23 would notice me. Okay. One of the greats, inspiring people with faith and give thanks, cause somehow we made it. Always protected while building my legacy. Travel. Honestly, I love that song so much. So much. I could actually just leave it to keep going, and I'd keep going and then replay and then start again. But yeah, hi guys, hey people, hey lovely people, hey visionaries, and those of you who are new here. My name is Sylvia and I'm visually impaired and I'm living my best life, taking you guys along with me. Today is day 20. It's day 20, okay, of the Live Out Loud 100-day daily stream daily live series. So yeah, we are getting there. Quite a few days we've done so far. I think a lot of them haven't been that structured, and that's okay. I don't think today is going to be that structured either, and that's also fine. We're doing a Q&A. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have, but me being a prepared girl, I have my questions right here. In the meantime, while you collect your thoughts and think of things you might want to ask me, and maybe just whilst I'm speaking and I say something you're more curious about, then maybe you can ask me a question about that, you know? So yeah, that's basically what we're doing today. It's going to be a relaxed one. I am a bit more dressed because I had some meetings today. So I thought I'd just bring the same energy, the same vibe to the live stream. I considered actually, what's the word? I don't think there's a word for it, but you know when you demask, I think it's demask, I just remove all the additional extra bits. I considered doing that, but I was like, let me just bring that same vibe, same energy, same me to the stream. But yeah, how are you guys all doing? I forgot to turn on my YouTube light today. I'm feeling a bit sad about it now, but it's like, we've started already. We're already here. So let's just keep it moving. But I do quite enjoy, so I can't actually see it properly in the, over here, on the camera, but I usually can see like a glow somewhere, so it usually is helpful when the light is on and it makes it look nicer. But and it's fine. Hey, don't be shy, say hi. Don't be shy, say hi, say hello, and I will say hello back, of course. I'm always happy to connect with you guys, and that's why we're doing the Q&A today, just so you guys, this for me and you, of course, so we have a chance to connect a bit more. Let's see. So we have, oh gosh, can't see. Is it Margita? Hi, how you doing? I thought I was on mute for a second there. Do you know what? Actually, it was Live Out Loud. It was Live Out Loud. I think on maybe the 7th day or something, I did a whole stream. Okay, the beginning was fine for maybe 4 minutes or so. And from 4 minutes to minute 41, mute. And do you know how that happens? I went to press like what I just did now. Like when I lean in like this, I'm looking for my magnifier. So I lean in, I try to find my magnifier and so on and so forth. And then I zoom in using it, right? Because sometimes it's like, I want to play the music on here. I don't if I take it off the music and I want to check the stream on this, then I have to turn off the music, which I don't particularly like. I like having the music sometimes. But yeah, so I went to get the magnifier, right? And it was hovering over the button, the mic button. So I muted myself whilst trying to move the magnifier. And I didn't know. And I did what I do now. Like, you know, when I just talk and chat, and I was doing my makeup during the stream as well. So I was just, you know, doing my makeup and chatting away, showing you, and this is how I do blah, blah. And the base layer of makeup, your makeup base is important, like your confidence, you know, your confidence. You have to have a base of building yourself up from within. Like I was talking sense is my point. I was going through the layers of makeup and like applying it literally to my face, but also applying it to life. And none of it. Like I think I realized at minute 40 or so, and I was like, oh, let me check in on the chat. It's because I was multitasking, so I didn't even have time to look. When I look at the chat, someone said, oh, you're on mute. You're on mute. And you know what I really love about you guys? Literally, even when I was on mute, you guys were still here. You were still watching. You were still commenting every now and then. You're still saying really nice things. But what I said was, from that point forward, I was like, guys, if I'm there like this, basically talking, you can't hear anything, and I seem to be talking, just somebody let me know in the chat that I'm on mute. Somebody did, by the way. That's how I discovered I've been on mute. Somebody let me know, and then I'll eventually see it. And then if it's on purpose that I've muted the mic, then I'll say I've muted it on purpose. If not, then I'll be like, oh, thank you. You saved me. But yeah, how have you guys been? It's Thursday now. The week is just like flying by. It's speeding by like no man's business. Oh my gosh. Just gonna check in on the chat really quickly. Yeah, we still watch. You're okay right now. Thank you. Thank you, Margita. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys just, you know, supporting and everything. We're trying to we're trying to build this channel, trying to make something out of you know, you make something out of nothing. Like you make something from what didn't exist, you make it into something, and I can't do it without you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in and supporting, and all the comments, they really, really help let YouTube know, like, hey, there's people in this corner. They're enjoying themselves. So somebody asked what my favorite song is. My favorite song ever is, I've forgotten it now. Like I remembered it the other day just as I was going through life. I was like, wait, why didn't I think of that? I love that song. But my favorite go-to song, let me see. Oh my God, where's it gone? Was it Rex and Effects? Check, maybe 1, 2, 3, check, maybe check. It's not that. It's not that though. I've remembered. Okay, if anybody knows, Cool Like That by Diggable Planets. Who knows Diggable Planets right now? Like just put I don't know, a thumbs up emoji or something. Put some stars. Put some stars emoji for sparkle if you know who Diggable Planets are. Do you know Diggable Planets? I'm waiting. I'm gonna zoom in to see in the chat. Name a car for an edit. Name a car for an edit. What is it called? Volkswagen. What was my dream car? Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you something. Since we're doing Get to Know Me, let me tell you, I used to say, because I already knew that I wasn't going to be able to drive, I was registered visually impaired, but I used to say, I want a car anyway, and the car that I want that belongs to me, only me, not for the family, not for hubby, just only me, because you know how usually in a house or in a home, you have the wife's car and the husband's car and maybe the family car if you're that, like, if you're. So I said, when we get to that level, my car is going to be, even though I don't need one because I can't drive and shouldn't drive because I'm blind, my car is going to be a Volkswagen Mini Cooper. A little one, like a Volkswagen Mini Cooper. Nothing too complex, nothing too big, just a little car because I'm not going to be driving it anyway. Let me just stay quietly in that corner. And you know what I'll do with that car every day? Before leaving for work, every day when I'm leaving for work or leaving to go for a walk, leaving to go to the gym, leaving to go do whatever it is people who have that much money do, leaving to go shopping, I don't know. I'll give it a big old hug. It has to be clean, by the way, kept clean. Hubby, of course, will be taking it to the car wash, making sure it runs, all of that. But before I leave, on my way out, I just be like, hi, my baby, and give it a hug, just a hug, and then keep going like, okay, bye, my baby, and off I go. So a car for an edit would be a Volkswagen Mini Cooper because I don't know why, I just love the car. I love the size. I'm petite, by the way, like height-wise, I'm a petite person. So I feel like it would really suit me, but technically I do love big, huge cars, really and truly. But for me, and especially because I'm not going to use it, it's just for a hug. Mini Cooper, Volkswagen Mini Cooper. But yeah, so I see someone here knows Diggable Planets, my people. Yes. So my favorite song. Ooh, okay. My favorite song ever is by Diggable Planets, and it's called Cool Like That. So if you don't know that song, go and look it up and you'll see why I love it. It's just so cool. It's so cool. It's so relaxed. It's so vibey. You could listen to it when you're trying to focus and work on something. You can listen to it when you need a bit of energy. You can listen to it when you need a pick me up in terms of mood. You can listen to it at the gym. I don't know what would you be doing at the gym for Cool Like That to work? I'm imagining myself on a treadmill. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to think. I'm not being an NPC. I'm trying to think on a treadmill. No. Listen, I don't know. But I love that song so much. It could be for anything. So Cool Like That, officially, you guys know, is my favorite song, and it's by Diggable Planet. Every time somebody asks me, I always forget. So finally, I've remembered my favorite song. I think, do you know what happened? When I became a mum and all I've been listening to is Row, Row, Row Your Boat, I actually forgot all the songs that I used to enjoy and all the music and all the things. But I'm finding my way back slowly. Finding my way back to myself and also building on my new self, the new me. But yeah, I'm gonna check the chat in just a second. But you know why? When I start talking, why does my nose start running? And it's the same for eating. If I'm eating or talking, immediately sniffly. What's that about? Why is my body working against me like this? Why? But yeah, if you have any more questions, it's a fun Q&A session. I do have some questions on here that I can, answer. I prepared myself with some questions, but I'm even happier to answer your questions than the ones I've got here, So just give me a second. I'm sorry. That's better. I don't know why that happens to me. I don't know if it's just me. Is there anybody else like that? Like, my nose just goes sniffly anytime I eat or anything like that. So yeah, what did I answered 2 questions. I talk so much. So 2 questions. The first one was car for a review, which is my favorite car ever, is Mini Cooper. And yeah, tag me for an edit. Sorry, tag me when you do the edit. Yeah, let me know. So we want to see it. We want to see it over here. And let's see, can you make it accessible as well? Like, let me tell you how you can make things accessible for people who are visually impaired. You do a description. So you write a description in the description or in the comments. So you describe exactly what's happening in the video. And I need to do a better job of that. Like, I need to start describing myself before continuing with the stream, just to like model what the ideal sort of way to do content would be to be inclusive. I need to start doing that, and you guys should hold me accountable. If I don't do a description again, be like, where's the description, guys? Not guys, Sylvia. Where's the description, Sylvia? But yeah, let me check in on the chat and I'll give you an example of what a description is. Let's see. How can you read the comments? Someone said, "Oh yeah, you're right. I wonder what I was talking about. Was it about me? Was I right about something?" So how can I read the comments? I'm gonna zoom in and take a picture with this phone and show you what I'm doing with the comments. Let me see if I can find the camera. Because you know I want. Oh, finally, you guys can hear the song I've been singing. Okay, so I need to. Oh, can't see it. Hold on, hold on. So I'll take a picture of what the screen looks like for me. There we go. So there you are, guys. This is what I'm seeing when I'm reading my comments. And I turn on. Oh, it's not visible. How do I show you the magnifying thingy that I use? There's a magnifying thingy that I use. Let me zoom in so I can find it. Oh my gosh. The technical. Okay, I've seen it. There's a magnifying thingy that I use, which is right here. Let me show you. You see that orange thing? You see the orange thing? The orange thing there, that's what I use. So when I click on it, it like zooms in on the chat, and that's how you get the image that I showed you guys. So let me show you one more time. So I use the orange thing, like I click on it, you see it looks like a compass. Hey, compass. Yes, I'm Kenyan. It looks like a compass, right? Hold on. I want to make sure you can hear me. So I'm going to turn off the sound so I can. This is serious business. This is very serious business. How do I see the comments? Okay. So I just took a picture, you guys, and there's an orange thing there, and it's called a Zoom controller. This is my iPhone you guys are on. And when I click and hold down on the Zoom controller, you see it's got different directions, up, down, left, right. I can zoom in further or less if I want to, but I prefer, usually this is the smallest I can zoom into that I'm able to actually read the comments. So I click on that, go up, down, left, right, whatever it is, and then it shows me, let me just double check I'm swiping the right way before I show you guys. Okay, so this is it, the Zoom controller. I click on it, and then when I do, it shows me the screen like this. And that's how I read the comments. That's why when you see me leaning in like, okay, so I need to, that's what I'm doing, basically. I have 5% eyesight in this eye specifically and none in the other. So I use the 5% and I make it work for me as much as possible. We stretch it and make it work. But then also I have to remember to rest it, because the more I use it, the more my eye strains, I get headaches, things like that. So yeah, that's how I do it. I'm just gonna scroll and find the Zoom controller, and the Zoom controller can be changed. Do you guys want a video of how I do it? I think that's just what I'll have to do. Like, I'll make a video and I'll show you guys, and I'll just answer maybe all the questions related to my to how I use devices in one go. So I'll do the how do I use a phone, how do I read the chat, how do I do blah blah blah, how do I edit. I'll just do it all in one go, and then so if anybody asks me, if anybody is curious, it's like, go and watch that video and like, subscribe, and share. And you guys can see, because I think that's one of my main, the biggest purpose really for me being here as well, is to kind of bring you guys in on my world, and so you can see what's really possible and how it's possible. Yeah, but yeah, I'll make a video and I'll show you guys how I use my phone, how I use my camera. The camera will be a separate video because I have a vlogging camera that I use and it's also accessible. What else? You guys let me know, like all the accessibility stuff. I'll questions that I've had, I'm gonna put them all in one video, or 2 or 3, I don't know, we'll see. This is not zoomed in enough. Let's see. Hang in there. The edit is going to be good. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you. Make sure you tag me, like I said. Let me zoom this further so I'm not leaning in so much because I feel uncomfortable leaning in like that. And then turn it off, and then, yeah, that's much better. That is much better. Now I can look at it from over here. Let's see. What if they remove the thing that is not making your eyes clear? Would it be better? Pierre, thank you for your question, Pierre. Thank you for tuning in. So my eye condition is a bit complicated and complex. So I think you're referring to, I think you can see like I've got some cataracts, right? Like when I was zooming, coming a bit closer, you can see I've got some cataracts. So it's complex because my eye condition causes the cataracts. So the reason I'm visually impaired is because of my eye condition and not the cataracts, although they do add to how I'm not able to see clearly, right? It adds another layer, let's put it that way. But even when they're taken out, I still can't see. So, and I know this because I've had maybe 3 or 4 cataract surgeries, and it's literally at this point it's a maintenance sort of situation. It's maintenance to kind of try and clear things up a bit, try and extend the life of the vision a bit longer. It's kind of like that at this point. It's like a what do you call it, maintenance, right? So I had most recently I had a cataract surgery and other bits, like they don't just go and remove the cataract and then that's it. Like I had a whole surgery. They removed the cataracts and the debris, other stuff in there in the eye, and then they also injected like a fluid in there to kind of help my eye, my retina rather, because my issue is with my retina. I'm trying not to make it too complex and boring because it can get pretty boring. I can get into very much detail, but I don't want to do that because yeah, nobody wants to hear all that unless you have an interest in eyes. I don't know, but yeah, they try to kind of flatten my retina so that to help clear up the picture. But because I've had this eye condition for so long, since I was a child, there isn't a huge improvement. And when there is, it's still not for that long, if that makes sense. Because I've had it for so long, let's put it that way. So because I've had my eye condition for so long, there's a couple things I do already. Like I've got eye drops, like there's medications and everything and treatments that I do take to try and maintain the 5%, in the hopes that one day maybe it can be more. Maybe there's something they can do. In the meantime, there's other surgeries and procedures I've had, including removing the cataracts, and I might have more in future. But the thing is, there's definitely more like procedures to do, but it's such a harrowing experience, going through the whole medical process, and sometimes it can take a mental toll on me, not just the family, but me as well. So when I'm going through surgery and all of that is just a lot for everyone. So although there's a couple bits that can be done and will be done along the way, it's good to kind of space them out. And what this does is it doesn't cure or clear up my eyesight. What it does is it prolongs the time period that I still have the 5%. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, if they remove whatever's in the way, it's not going to improve much. Maybe a little bit, and then for like, how long did it last time? Maybe like 2 months or so, and then it just started building up again and really quickly. Like once it starts coming back, like I remember my doctor saying a week later it had already started coming back. So once it starts coming back, and before we know it, we're back to where we were. Welp. So the most important thing is to make sure that my eye is healthy in the meantime, the one that works. And maybe hopefully one day when they do come up with some sort of treatment, then I'm able to still go through it, because the goal is to retain my eyesight for as long as possible, hopefully my whole life. But yeah, let's move on. But yeah, not going to change much, but it can extend the amount of time that I'm able to actually use my eyesight, and it does. So I do maintenance every now and then. But thank you for that question. I was trying not to get into too much detail because there's so many different angles to it, honestly. And I was trying not to, get lost, lost in the sauce. But yeah, okay. Thank you for the question, Pierre. Let's see who else we have in here. Hey, who's that? Hey, Flex, how you doing? Let's see. Did I answer everyone? Hang in there. Okay, that was about the edit. Yeah. Okay, so I think Have I answered all the questions? Please let me know if I haven't, because then I can just move on to the ones that I've got. Hey, Margita knows cool like that. Okay. Oh, it's made by BMW. Whoops. Wait, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's a Mini Cooper? Is it not a Volkswagen? Why am I seeing BMW in there? Hold on. Wait a minute. Mini Cooper is made by Volkswagen, and then Volkswagen is made by BMW? Huh? Listen, I don't. Can you tell I don't know much about cars? It's either Volkswagen. Huh? Guys, explain to me, please. Mod, you're confusing my life. Let's see. Is it you have made the edit? Okay, tag me in it. Then I'd love to tag me in it because I'd love to see the edit. As soon as we get off this stream, of course. Tag me on it and we will check it out, all of us together on here. All of us will check it out, okay? We're gonna do a reaction video. But thank you. Okay, so I think there's an answer here. Oh gosh, scroll please. Okay, so why did the music stop? Why did the music stop? There we go. Okay, so my questions, let's go to the questions that I've got prepared. And like I said, you feel free to ask me a question. And if there was a question you asked and I haven't answered it, just ask it again, please. Because scrolling all the way back up is a bit tricky for me. But yeah, and thank you so much for those of you who have asked questions. I'll do the affirmation of the day at the end of the stream because I feel like it might be confusing if I do it now, especially for editing Sylvia. Let's make life a little bit easier for editing Sylvia. So the affirmation will be at the end of the stream. We do that now every day. If you are new here, I did another 100-day live stream. Again, it actually did what it was supposed to do. Basically, it was to kind of build up this channel, build up the community, connect with you guys, and it really did what it was supposed to do. But in that 100-day live streaming, Live a Little, it was called, I did affirmations every day, and I felt like something was missing when I've been doing Live Out Loud. It's like, I can't just come on here and just talk and how can I just talk and go? Like, we need a message, we need something to take away, something to hold on to, at least that's how my brain works, and that's how I work altogether. So I brought back the affirmations. We're doing affirmations for Live Out Loud as well. But yeah, okay, so the questions that I've got here, and again, feel free to just put me in the background whilst you do whatever you're doing. Maybe drive, I don't know. Do people drive and listen to YouTube? I don't know. Cook, clean, have dinner, whatever it is you're doing. I'm just as happy to keep talking here, if I'm honest with you. I can really talk. But I do prefer, and I would love some interaction, some questions from you guys, your thoughts, yeah, just anything, things like that. And plus, it helps. So, just as a reminder, please like the stream. What's the other thing you can do? Yeah, like and leave a comment in the chat. And if you have extra time, share the stream. And if you have even more time and you don't mind helping build up this platform, leave a comment once the stream is saved. You know what I mean? Like once the stream has ended. So here, let me answer a couple of the questions that I've got here. Let's see. I need to scroll because I've talked so much. I pretty much did a lot of these. So I've got one here. What's your favorite way to unwind after a long day? And my favorite way to unwind after a long day is watching or listening to podcasts or watching shows or what do you call it, videos and stuff on YouTube. But basically, yeah, that's what I like to do. And then also, what else do I do to unwind? Like when I'm just there, like not even, because honestly, I actually even have videos and podcasts in the background when I'm doing things. So I'm trying to think, what do I do at the end of the day when it's like, I finished everything. What do I do now? It's literally that. A book, an audiobook. I would be listening to an audiobook or a podcast or tuning into whatever my favorite content creators have posted. So catching up on my favorite content creators on here. And yeah, that's it. Like I don't scroll anymore. I find that I'm scrolling less and less and less. And I think that's a good thing because the thing with like just scrolling, especially with like the other social platforms that have those short videos or text or whatever, not text, pictures and everything, it can be, you know, that thing they say about the dopamine hit and all that. Like I find it, I don't know, like my brain gets tired, right? It doesn't feed my mind and soul as well or as much as listening to an audiobook or just listening or watching a long form sort of piece of content. Like it's much more engaging, much nicer to do that. So that's what I do when I'm unwinding, or I'll watch something on Netflix. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. And then you guys maybe let me know, what is your favorite way to unwind after a long day, at the end of a long day? I keep doing this every now and then to just check in on the chat. Hey, how you doing? I'm all right, thank you. Oh, hey Sebastian, why did you change your name? How come you changed your name? But hi, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Okay, so the next question I'm going to answer is, I'm picking which ones to answer, by the way. We're doing a quick Q&A session, get to know me, also just generally chatting away about stuff and life. So yeah. What's a little known fact about you that surprises people? Do I have any surprises up my sleeve, really? Am I not an open book by now? A little known fact about me that I think might surprise people. It depends. Like, is it somebody who knows me or somebody who doesn't really know too much about me? If you don't know too much about me, then you wouldn't know that I don't like chocolate. You wouldn't know that because I think it's like a universal thing. Everybody loves chocolate. I know. Everybody loves chocolate except for me. Yeah, so I think that's it. And what's it? What else? What else? Something I don't talk too much about is the award that I won. So that might be a little known fact about me, and that might surprise people. And also that I can indeed, I would say I can indeed do my own hair, but at this point, I think I've been on here doing hair enough. So at this point, you know, like, yep, she can do hair. We get it. She can do hair. So yeah. I'll have a think about that actually, because honestly, I think I'm a pretty much open book, but maybe there's some things that surprise people still. So, yeah, yeah. Initially, maybe it used to be about my scar, but it's like I've made it my mission to talk about it as much as possible because I've noticed a lot of people don't talk about their own scars, and when I do, they come on and talk about it. So the omphalocele scar, to be specific. So, yeah, and I've had some really interesting messages as well from parents of children with omphalocele. So that's why I talk. Is it omphalocele or omphalocele? I always say omphalocele. So I don't know. Hopefully that's how it's said. But that's something that I've had my whole life. But I rarely, if like it was a case of if you know, you know. So I tried to talk about it a little bit more because I was like, why? I'm not the only. I know I'm not the only person. I know it's rare, but I'm not the only person. And so I started talking about it more. And then what I got was a bunch of people saying, oh my gosh, I have one too. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I have one too. Oh my gosh, this is so cool to see you just being so happy with yours. I hope one day I can get to that level of confidence or comfort with mine, which serves a purpose. Like that's the whole purpose of why I talk about it. Or, oh my goodness, my child, my grandchild, my cousin, brother, whatever, was born with one, and they are currently in NICU, and I was so worried about them. But seeing you as a whole adult, and you were born like that, and you're here, happy, living your life. This is amazing. So yeah, in case you don't know, that is why I do talk about it. It's really about the people. It's really about making other people feel comfortable and empowered about their own situations as well. Same thing for a lot of the things I talk about. Let's see. What's another fun question I could answer? How do you stay motivated through the ups and downs of content creation? Oh my gosh, guys. See, content creation, yeah? Where do I even start? Whew. So how do I stay motivated? I have a video on my channel, and it's called, it's titled Struggling to Stay Motivated. This is how I do it. Struggling to stay motivated, something like that. I'll find the title. But yeah, like I talk about it there, about how I sort of push past all the challenges that I face with motivation when it comes to content creation, because it can be really difficult sometimes, honestly. Like sometimes you feel like you're talking into the void, or the abyss, as I like to call it. Sometimes it can feel like you're putting so much effort and it's all just going into an endless, bottomless pit, and it's not really reflecting, right? But the way that I stay motivated is because, like I mentioned a few seconds ago, people do reach out. That one person who comes and says, oh, thank you so much for talking about X, Y, and Z, because I think you'll find that my content is not just content for the sake of content, which is really nice too, because I watch that too. I do watch that too. I watch stuff like that are just funny, or daily life, or I don't know, a recipe. I love watching stuff like that, and listening to, or watching, both. When I say watch, by the way, I mean a combination of listen to and watch if I'm able to. But yeah, I love stuff like that. But also, I know that my purpose is not just to talk about my daily life, which I want to do more, by the way. I want to bring you in on my daily life as well, because I do those things too. I do life. I absolutely do life. I don't just sit here and get all deep and connect and talk. And no, I don't just do that. I do life. So I want to bring you in on a bit more of that. But I just know that also part of the purpose of what I do is to show that I do life. Do you see what I mean? Like, I talk about these things because people don't necessarily see themselves reflected in the mainstream. They don't find somebody else talking about these things. Or for those people who have a family member maybe who's has a disability, visually impaired, a parent, blah, 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 all those things, overcoming all the barriers and challenges and breaking the barriers even. I talk about those things for that purpose, and some people are going through something that they're not telling you. A lot of people, everybody is going through something, and a lot of people are going through things that they're not telling you or that they're not saying. And so finding someone who's going through X, Y, and Z and overcoming and pushing past the challenges and all of that, I think is really important. And it's what I was looking for. When I lost, let me tell you, when I lost my eyesight the first time around, like when I had my first child, what was I doing? I was in the middle of watching is it Scandal. That's when Scandal was on and the new season was out, and I was so excited to go and watch it. Um, but I couldn't. So I think I went back to like maybe a year or so down the line. Back then, accessibility wasn't that serious. There was an audio description on a lot of things, so I couldn't really watch stuff. So anyway, point is, I really struggled to find other people like myself, or other people maybe going through challenges that would encourage and empower and inspire me. And eventually, when I got to where I am now, where I have even less eyesight, but I'm still managing to do the things that I do, I thought it's like really important that I talk about it, right? Even just going through my daily, literally, I mentioned the other day making a cup of tea, literally doing my makeup, literally finding clothes and wearing them. Yeah. All those things, all those things I do every day, right? Someone else will see and be like, okay, so I can do it. There's so many people out there with so many barriers and challenges they're facing every day, and we don't really know. We're none the wiser, and they're just pushing through, and they're just about getting by, but they just needed that one person to talk about it, for them to activate, for them to really be like, okay, I can be the best version of myself. Okay, I can reach for my dreams. Okay, I can be a leader. Okay, I can do this, that, and the other. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I talk about the things that I talk about. So yeah, yeah. What was I even saying? What was I saying? Somebody please remind me what the root of my tangent was, because it's gone. It's absolutely gone. Oh yeah, how do I stay motivated? Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's why I stay motivated. One person comes and says, thank you so much for talking about X, Y, and Z. One person says, hey, can you tell me more about X, Y, and Z? That's what keeps me motivated, because I know the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. I have positively impacted even one person out there, two people with each day, as more people are, okay, now it's three people, okay, now it's four people, okay, now it's five. Do you know what I mean? So I know there's people out there who need to see and hear the stuff that I talk about, the stuff that I do. And that's what keeps me motivated. And beyond that, I know there are also people out there who are just there living their everyday life, and they find things that I might talk about interesting. But yeah, and also another thing that keeps me motivated is always wanting to be a better and better and better version of myself for my babies, for my children, to show them what is possible. Okay, so they can go out there and rule the world too, you know. So they know that they have superpowers too. They can do whatever they want. Imagine you're a child. When you're a child, I've had several people come up to me and tell me, oh wow, my dad was or is visually impaired, my mom was or is visually impaired, my sister, my brother, this and that. And some of the time they're saying, this is exactly how I feel. It's so good to see someone else like my parent. Or someone would say, oh wow, my sister, my brother, whatever, is going through such a difficult time because of their sight loss. I'll be sure to share your content with them. I'll be sure to show them what you're up to, and see, it's not even like when I'm saying, I won this award, I went to this fancy place, I blah 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 blah. It's not even when I'm saying those things. It's literally sometimes when I'm just here like this talking, and that's when those people would come out and say these things. And so I know there's a lot of people out there who kind of need to see somebody. If you don't see it, you don't believe it. I think that's what it is. If you don't see it, you don't believe it. So if you don't see someone out there doing certain things, then maybe you don't believe that you too can do those things. And that's one of the, I've got a gazillion things that keep me motivated, as you can see. A gazillion. You know what? In cartoons, right? I remember in cartoons back in the day, when somebody asked a question and they would come up with a long list and they would like drop a scroll, like you know those ancient Egyptian scroll, and it would roll away because of how much information was on it. That's me. You ask me what keeps you motivated, drop the scroll, and then I start reading from and I can keep going and going and going and going. But yeah, probably maybe the umbrella summarization. Is that a word? Summarization? Summation? Anyway, the point is, the main thing is that I'm just trying to live according to my purpose, and I just know, like, I didn't go through everything that I went through for me to keep quiet in a corner somewhere and not try to inspire and encourage other people. That's it. Just to encourage other people. You can do things too. We can do things. And also raise awareness and all of that. Okay. There goes my nose again, you guys. Just a second. There goes my nose again. There's something in the chat. I'm gonna check in just a second. Okay. Seriously, don't ask me about motivation because I can go on and on. Are you Somali? That's a trick question. That is a trick question. You guys, I did my ancestry, whatever, genealogy thingamabob, and I want to see some stars in the chat if you want to see what the results are. Because I went in there thinking that I know exactly what it's going to say. I was like, yeah, no, obviously it's going to say this, that, this, that, this, that. But the things that came up, the percentages, I was like, where did this come from? What is going on? What's happening? So put some stars in the chat if you want to see where my I guess genealogy is from altogether, what combination of things that I am. But the short answer is that I'm Kenyan, and I thought I knew what it would say. I'm not just one I guess one tribe or one community in Kenya. I'm several. So I thought it would say those things, but lo and behold, I'm all over the place, all over the world, in fact. And I was just completely shocked, bamboozled, confused about the whole thing. But it is fun, yeah. And let me know as well, have you tried one of those genealogy things? But yeah, so in short, I'm Kenyan. I wouldn't say that I'm Somali. I am Kenyan, but I have a lot all over the place. Okay, we got some stars from Mod, so we're gonna see. I'm gonna film the results of the genealogy thing. I filmed when I started, before taking the test, and I just never filmed the results. But I'll film the results and then I'll put it up. Put it up? What? Put it all out there together. I'll put it together. That's what I meant to say, for you guys to see. Let me see what else is in the chat. Let's see. Should make another car edit. Do a Range Rover. That's one of my favorite cars. Not for me, but it's just a car that I enjoy. So do a Range Rover. Please don't forget to, thank you, Maud. Please don't forget to, let me say this out loud as well. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's get Sylvia to her goals. Yes. Let's get Blindly Fabulous all the way to the sky is the limit. We're not going to give it a number, right? The sky's the limit. Please like, share, and subscribe. And it's not just about how many of you are in here, it's that you take your time to watch and engage with the stuff that I do, spend time with me, all of that good stuff. I really appreciate it. Your time on its own really matters, and it really makes a huge difference. So I just want to take this time to actually say a huge thank you to all of you who actually take time and spend time on here and engage in everything, especially those of you I see you every day here. And don't be shy. Yeah, be saying hello, be saying hi when you're watching. Don't be shy, say hi, as is the catchphrase. I have to think, what is it? Is the catchphrase around here. I don't bite. And neither do the people in the chat, as long as we have lovely mod here. The people in the chat might bite, to be fair. I don't know, because you know, there's all kinds of people out there. But around here, we are a safe space. We're a group hug. That's what we are, okay? So say hello and chat with each other as well. Get to know with each other. Get to know with each other. Get to know each other. Make friends. Yeah, but yeah, thank you so much to those of you who um take time to show up on here. I'll check out the Volkswagen one, and I'm gonna do a reaction. Let's see. I need to save the I'm just gonna take a picture so I can save your channel name. There we go. So I've taken a screenshot. I've got your channel name. So once I finish the stream, I will be checking it out. And thank you. Thank you so much for all of your lovely engagement. So I think I'm going to do one more question. I think I'll do one more question in my questions list thingy. Whoa, it's been 50 minutes. Whoops. One more question. Let's see. So I'm going to do, what's your guilty pleasure TV show or snack? Guilty pleasure TV show or snack? Have you guys seen that show called Working Mums? It's Canadian and it's on Netflix. That's what I love watching. And literally as soon as it's out, oh, and the Upshaws. Those are like my shows that I love watching, but quietly. Like I wouldn't really put it on, I don't know, on the telly. Those are things I just put on my phone to watch quietly, without any company. Like I don't need commentary, just me. But yeah, I love Working Mums and the Upshaws. They're both on Netflix, and I'll tell you why I love Netflix. It always has really good audio description, really good, and even for reality shows. Ooh, reality shows. I have a few guilty pleasure reality shows, but I think this isn't even really a guilty pleasure. I love watching Love is Blind. It's interesting to see people meeting in a similar way that people from my community, from the blind community, would be meeting, and how this impacts how they react to each other later. If you can turn off the blindness and suddenly see each other, because that's what they basically do. So I love watching Love is Blind as well, as a reality show. What's another reality show I've watched? I watched quite a few, but yeah. So guilty pleasure TV show, I've just said a couple of them. Snack. Is there a snack that is a guilty pleasure, really? Do I even really eat snacks? I love cake. Is that a snack? I don't know. But but yeah, that's the final question. You guys. Wait, let me see. So I'm just trying to open it. Okay, it's my mod. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Let me just see if there's anything that I might have forgotten to cover. But I am back here tomorrow. I am back here tomorrow because I'm here every day. Tomorrow's going to be day 21. We're getting closer and closer to a quarter of the way through. And if you're watching this back, let me know in the comments as well if you got this far. Let me say I'm here in the comments if you got this far. Just write I'm here. You know, locked in. Say I'm locked in if you got this far. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. I'll be here, same vibe, same mission, just, you know, living out loud, being the best version of ourselves, being amazing us just as we are, not being afraid, don't letting fear stop us. Okay, don't letting two languages at once in my head looks like. Don't let fear stop you, not letting fear stop us, not letting fear of judgment, not letting any barriers and challenges stop us. Let's turn them right around into opportunities, okay? And being the best version of ourselves and loving ourselves as we are. So I'll be back here tomorrow anyway. Let's see. Range Rover. Name another car for an edit. I did say Range Rover. Okay, you want another car? A Ferrari. A Ferrari. Let's do a Ferrari. Okay. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm just gonna, go react to the edits. And thank you. See you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, no one else is you, and that is your superpower. Live out loud. I was on here longer than I planned. Oh my gosh. Yay me. Yay us. See you tomorrow.